Wow. Chat, I'm gonna say this before I get into anything, right? Viewers' discretion will be advised. Some of the things you may hear may be triggering for you all. I'm going to blur out the images, but I'm going to put them on screen. But I want to make sure to blur them just for the safety and not to keep spreading something like this among this young lady who had to go through a situation where her father accused her of stealing $2,500. She posted this on Facebook. It was going viral all over Facebook. Her father accused her of stealing $2,500, right? Not only did he do that, he put his hands, feet, everything over her, put sock in the mouth, tied her face with a shoestring. And then, the cords that you plug into a washer and dryer, was hitting her with that. Was literally hitting her with that. And this is his daughter. His daughter that lives with him. Y'all just be safe out here, man, and love on your children. Let's get into it and see what's going on, y'all.
All right, guys, I have some great news coming out of Montgomery, Alabama. A lot of people have been asking for an update. We just had to be patient. Well, if you remember the story I brought you about Ashanti Norman, the young lady who was ABUSE'd by her own father, all because he thought that she stole $2,500 from him. And, he ended up putting a sock in her mouth.
I came on here to give the story time because I see a lot of people asking. On Friday evening, I went to my dad's house to get some clothes because I was staying with my dad, at the moment or whatever like that. I was staying with my dad. I had to go get me some clothes because I was going to my granddad's house. So I got my clothes, whatever like that. And later that night, my dad called me. He asked me did I have some money. I told him no because I didn't have no money. He called me again, asked me again. I told him no. Then he called me again, was like, he on the way. And the girlfriend, Courtney, she called me, and she was questioning me about the money, whatever like that. I told her that I didn't get the money. He claimed that the money was on the bed inside of his room. When I went to the house earlier that day, I never went inside of the room. I didn't even wake him up. He claimed that the money was in the room inside of his pockets or on the bed or whatever like that.
Okay.
I was asking Courtney, why would I take the money? What would I do with the money? And she was like, it's a lot you can do with $2,500. I was like, and then she was like, she get up and go to work. She work for her money. She don't have to steal no money. Fast forward, he came and he picked me up. Wait, no, he came and I told him to search my stuff. And I had a Walmart bag. He was like, the money was inside of the Walmart bag because Courtney have camera. She pulled up the camera footage from earlier that day. I wish I had the picture, but it's in my old phone and I don't know my iCloud. But she claimed that I had the money inside. They claimed that I had the money inside of the bag. I kept telling them that I did not have the money. He still was not believing me. Then he was like, come on, let's go. When we got outside of my granddad's house, he hit me in my face. Then he started pulling me by my hair. When he hit...
To me, it honestly sounded like the girlfriend, the one that had the money, and possibly put it back after she saw his reaction. That's weird, man.
A great relationship, and everybody around us knew that. So once this happened, I knew it was over with. I would never speak to him again. This is when he asked Courtney for the sock. He put it inside of my mouth. He wrapped a shoestring around my mouth and tied it to keep the sock from coming out of my mouth. He turned me around. He took his shoe off his foot. He took the shoestring out of his shoe. He tied my hands behind my back. That's when he got the dryer cord out of the box. It was right there by my room. He got it out of the box. He started hitting me with it. I kept, I couldn't talk because the sock was in my mouth. Kept telling him what I couldn't really talk, so I couldn't tell him nothing. And he was like, so you don't know where the money is? You don't know where the money is? Hit me again. Then that's when he took the dryer cord and he took me inside of the room again. He was still asking me about the money. He was like, you don't got the money? He asked Courtney for some scissors. Courtney bought the scissors. I thought he was finna cut my hair off my head, but he cut the shirt off of my body. I had on a sweatshirt. He cut it off of me, and he proceeded to hit me with the dryer cord, and he was pushing me to the wall and stuff like that. Like, I'm talking about my head was like literally like on the wall. He was pushing me and stuff. And I forgot to say, when he cut the shirt off me, y'all, Courtney looked me in my eyes, smiled, and walked away. I swear to God. He was still threatening me, saying like he gon' hurt me really bad. And that's when I told him to like let me go search around the house to see can I find the money. He was like, were you gonna look at what we didn't already look? Like, my hands are still tied up, so I couldn't really do as much. I couldn't really look around or whatever. Him and Courtney, they were standing right there. I was like, I kept asking, why would I take the money? Courtney was like, she said something. She was like, I forgot. That's when he was like,
Courtney had the
come
money,
on.
y'all.
He took me outside the room. He still had the dryer cord. He hit me across my back with the dryer cord. And he took me back inside the room. I was like, can you just take me to my granddad's house? He was like, is there a reason we're going to your granddad's house? I said, yes. I'm thinking in survival mode because who knows what had happened to me if I didn't tell him to my granddad's house. I forgot to mention the girlfriend was like knocking on the door, telling him to open the door because he locked her outside the door. And she was knocking on the door and she was like, open the door, I'm gonna call the police so I can press charges on her because
What?
she stole the money or whatever like that. My dad was like, no, this is money, I got this.
Nah, man. Nah.
I gotta do a part.
So she got to do another part. We're going to go to it right now. But the fact that a woman is sitting there watching a grown man go that crazy on his daughter. A grown woman watching another grown man. And I know in her mind, he's going to do it to you too. But the fact that she's even allowing and smiling, I'm telling y'all, she need to show Courtney. She need to show us who Courtney is.
Okay, this is part. Anywho, so I had told him to take me to my granddad's house. And he asked Courtney, he was like, hey, Courtney, where my pew at? And that's when, okay, so we was finna get ready to go. Courtney was like, no. And he was like, I'm not finna use it. And then, so we was standing inside the living room. He took the pew out of his head. I don't know if I put like the way I put it in the story time, and I said the clip, but he took the butt of the gun and he started tapping it on my forehead, and he was like,
What?
you know, if we go back to your granddad's house, you get other people involved. And I was like, can you just take me to my granddad's house? I never once told them that the money was in my granddad's house. I just told them to take me back so I could, like, you know, get some help or something, because if, like, he was trying to call my mama and stuff, but my mama was asleep. This was, like, at this time, it was, like, 2 o'clock in the morning. My mama was asleep because she had work the next day. If I would not never tell him to take me back to my granddad's house, who knows? Like, right. Who knows what could have happened?
Right.
So we was finna get ready to go to my granddad's house. We getting it. I'm still tied up. Shirt still cut off. We was finna get ready to go back to my granddad's house. I'm getting in the car. Courtney kept asking me, so you did have the money? So you did have the money? She kept just saying that, and I was ignoring her because. And then my dad was like, so you don't hear Courtney talking to you? And I said yes. And okay, so fast forward.
Courtney had
we got
it.
to my granddad's
If
house.
she already got accused, and then she already got accused for stealing 200,000, do you not think she gonna steal anything less than that? Like, come on. She's on a GTA heist.
Y'all, the car ride, I didn't say nothing to him at all. I didn't say nothing because I have no words for you no more. Like, at all. So fast forward, we got to my granddad's house. And when the first time he picked me up, only my sister was up. My sister just turned 12. She just turned 12. Only she was up, like, when he first came. But when I got back, everybody was up. I got a set of twins. I got a brother. And I got a sister. And my cousin was also there, too. They all was up. And I also seen a lot of people was like, where her mama was at, why they at the like, why we can't be at our granddad's house. Okay, anywho, but they see me, like, my face was messed up, hands tied up, and stuff like that. I seen people saying why the family ain't do nothing. My granddad was in the back room sleep. He was asleep.
Right.
My siblings did not know what was going on. My cousin didn't know what was going on. And I know for a fact that they were scared. So I was telling, I was like, trying to stall. It was like, my head's still tied up. I was like, where the money yet? Get the money and stuff like that. And I was telling them to go through their stuff, like go through their book bags and stuff. I wasn't trying to get them into it, but like, I'm just, trying to, you know. I went inside my cousin room. I tried to search. Like, everywhere I was going, he was following me. I went inside my granddad room. The first time my granddad is old. He's like 70 something or his late 60s. I tried to get him up, but he wouldn't get up. So we walked from outside his room. Then he took me outside. He was questioning me again, and I was asking him. I was like, "Why you think I stole the money?" I was like, "Do you think Courtney stole the money?" I was asking him stuff like that. He was like, "No, because Courtney worked from like 3 to 12. He found out I don't know when he found out the money was missing. I think he found out when Courtney was at the house because she was at the house, around that time. That house. And my thing is, if you had that much money laid out, how
Right.
you just figuring out it's missing?
Right.
Cause he said he got up at like, I don't know. But how you just now finding out you got much money missing? Then he was finna make me leave for him again. I was like, no, let me go look inside again. That's when I went back inside my granddad room, and my granddad had woke up because I turned the light on. He woke up and he asked my dad what was like going on. He was like, she stole some money from my house, and she said that it's over here or whatever like that. And then he realized that I was like that I was not finna have the money. So he started pulling me. He was like, come on, let's go. And that's when I started screaming. And my sister, my 11-year-old sister, she started screaming as well. And she was crying. And I was crying too. So I guess he was like, I don't know. Then he was like, don't worry about it. You don't have to give me the money, all your clothes and stuff. I'm going to put them in the trash. He
What?
still had my phone. I told y'all he had took my phone. He still had my phone. And he went outside. He broke my phone. And he came back inside. And he was like, here go your phone. Oh, and he also said, don't contact me. Don't ever contact me. Don't come back around me. He was saying stuff like that. And I was just crying. Then when he left, I screamed to my cousin and my granddad to call the police. They called the police. They get out there. The police get out there. That was like my injuries wasn't severe enough for them to go pick him up. They said we had to go to sign a warrant the next morning and stuff like that. When we went to go sign a warrant, they wouldn't let us sign a warrant. They said we had to go to downtown to try to talk to some detectives and all this more stuff. And that was finna charge him with 3rd-degree domestic violence. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and also, he texted my mama. He was like, hold on, I can put the messages up. Y'all can stop and read it, but this is what he had text my mama.
Your daughter stole $2,500 out of my house. I tried to out of her, don't even bring her back to my house. I loaded all her things up in a dumpster. She ain't take it. Send me Jeremiah's number. Can you send the number, bruh? Can you tell her to call me, please? I'm so sorry. I need to talk to her. Yeah, I signed a warrant out on me. Dang. I know I messed up, but dang. But for what it's worth, tell my baby I'm sorry. I know I messed up. I'm wrong. I ain't making no excuse or expectations, but I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I love my baby girl, and I wish to take it all back. So he accused his daughter of doing that. And, the fact he said he tried to out of her, I don't want to say the word, but he tried to do that out of her. Like, it's finna just come out of her chains like a Chuck E. Cheese machine. Like, it's so crazy, bro. And then tell me somebody, well, she ain't take it. And now it's crazy. Yeah, I get it.
Right. These are the messages he has been texting my mama. Y'all, he did all that just for me not to have the money. Like, that's crazy. And I asked, like, at first I wasn't going to say nothing to him, but then I wanted to hear what he had to say. I asked him what the money was. Y'all, he said she's either 4 or 5. I think she's 5. 4, I don't know. But he said she was laying on top of the money. My sister is 4 years old. She was laying on top of $2,500.
Wow.
Which sounds so crazy because how I was, y'all, and she was laying on the same bed as them. Like,
wow.
She was inside of his bedroom. My thing is how all of a sudden I get beat on, face all messed up,
Right.
the money appear.
Right.
And when he took me back to my granddad's house, Courtney was still at the house.
Right.
She was still at the house. But now all of a sudden, once he do all this to me, the money appear. That sound very crazy. And he been like trying to say apologize and stuff like that. And like,
nah. Go about your life, man.
Like, I have no words. Let me show y'all what I sent him. This is what I sent him. Like, y'all can stop and read it.
Read it for y'all.
Read it.
Dang, that y'all got to it. Let me the way you was treating me and talking to me. I really don't even care to talk to you. Blocked out. According to be a woman, same thing we said. For Courtney to be a woman and let that happen, she very weird. And I don't even have no words for her at all. And it's not somebody who did this off of the strength. It's my own dad. And I would say it hurt, but I'm not. I'm not. I don't even feel hurt. I feel numb, and I don't accept you. You're sorry. You didn't even apologize. Just as said sorry, sick of my head. And I hate the fact that you didn't even believe me when I told you I didn't have it. And I got I guess she meant bruises all over her body. Her face is sore and can't even eat no food. Ain't no coming back from that. I feel it. And from this and that, from this at all. Ain't no coming back from this at all. And I never forgive you. I don't care what you say or do. I respect it. Shout out to her.
And I see some of y'all saying he was a bad dad. Y'all, me and my dad had a great bond. But like,
that was just
that was out of hand.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, even if I did take the money. Okay, hey y'all, my name is Ashanti Norman, and I see everybody is making like story times or like videos about the situation, and people were like, I'm 12 or 13 or whatever like that, but I'm 17 years old, and this incident happened Friday, November 21st around midnight. Some people was like, it happened when I was 15 and I'm bringing it up now. This just happened. And some people is saying like, cause I put in the story time and I was like, my sister and stuff like was like, they witnessed the situation, like me tied up and stuff. But my siblings is not even the age of 12, none of them. So, I mean, if they wanted to do something, they couldn't do nothing besides try to get my granddad up. But they was in shock. Nobody knew what was going on. So like, I don't know. And my cousin, I don't know what to say about him, but he didn't know what was going on either. So I don't like how people are bashing them. Like, I don't like that. And people are keep asking what my mama and what my mama doing. My mama not on social media like at all. Like, she don't even have Facebook, but she know that I posted it, and I showed her the post before I posted it, so she knows what's going on.
Right.
But she's not on Facebook, and she's not going to get on the internet because she's not an internet type of person. So she's doing everything behind closed doors.
Okay.
And yes, I am okay. I'm still in shock by the whole situation. So I don't think I feel like I'm taking it too well for like this to be my dad.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I see all the love that I'm getting. I really appreciate it, like, for real. And I see some bad comments, but my mama told me not to disrespect nobody on the internet, so I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm just gonna, be quiet and let God do what he do. Cause I don't know what the police are doing, but I'm not gonna talk about all that. But I do appreciate all y'all and all the love, for real. Okay, y'all, everybody is keep asking me if I press charges. Yes, I did press charges. The only reason why I came to the internet is because I feel like the police wasn't doing enough. Like, to this day, I don't even know if him and his girlfriend is locked up. I blocked both of them. Well, I blocked him because she didn't like. He's been texting me trying to apologize about what he did, but she never texted me and said nothing. And my thing is, okay, and my thing is like some of his folks was telling me not to press charges, but I'm the one who went through what I went through. Like, you didn't have to go through nothing like that, so for you to tell me not to press charges is very insensitive. Like, I don't
agree.
like it. And I know I seen a lot of y'all to tell me to take to go to therapy. I was already going to a therapist before this situation happened, but now I gotta do trauma counseling. So yeah. And later on, when I get home and situated, I will do a story time about everything that happened. Like, I will do a video of me telling y'all what happened. Okay, y'all.
Okay, so now we got through with that. I'm gonna still save my remarks, but it's sad, man. It's probably one of the craziest things I've seen when it comes to somebody and their like over. I just don't get the reason behind how aggressive he went about it. Like, it's sad, man. It's honestly sad, bro. Just some people out here in this world can't have to, and let alone you meet someone that is able to have, and they treat situations like this, man. It's crazy.
I just want to bring another update on the Ashanti Norman case. So, I told you out earlier that they charged her father, and he has a $10,000 bond.
They charged
Now
him?
they finally charged his girlfriend, and her
Oh,
name
yeah.
is Courtney Stanton. Now, from what I heard, she was accused of stealing $200,000 from one of these casinos. So, as you know, we know this type of stuff that she likes to do. But they also charged her
What?
today, and her bond is also $10,000. Now, of course, a lot of us are feeling like $10,000 for what they did to this little girl is completely ridiculous. But it is what it is.
What?
I'm glad that she also got caught as well, because she was helping him. Or if she wasn't helping, she was watching and allowing it to happen, which is just absolutely crazy. So
Right.
for me, may both of them get what they deserve. That didn't deserve for that to happen to her. There was no reason why she should have had to go through that with her own father. But I'm glad all of that is catching up with them now. Maybe
Thank
they'll
you.
think twice before they decide to harm a child. All right, y'all have a good night.
Yo, it is
A
crazy.
Montgomery man and woman have been arrested for alleged.
That's what she like. That's what she looked like. She looked like she still, Chad. And I'm just being honest, bro.
Use and unlawful imprisonment. The alleged crime happened November 22nd on Hallwood Drive. 35-year-old Jonathan Norman was taken into custody yesterday. 30-year-old Courtney Stanton was arrested on charges as well. According to the court records, the incident happened on a Saturday. We can tell you that Norman tonight has been released on bond.
Okay, so both of them possibly is released on bond. I'm more than positive, man. And I do hope with all the evidence that's at hand that both of them get what they deserve, because as a mother, I don't know if she's a mother, but as a woman letting that happen to another, a young woman at that. Like his daughter. Like, when I tell you I'm speechless, bro, over $2,500. Over $2,500, you ready to go that crazy, and then sit there and say, oh, it was my fault, I apologize. Let me show how sorry I am. Nah, bro, you showed your true colors. It ain't nothing else you can say.